Hi, my name is Chris Beth, Cowie, the founder of EmpowerFX and the host of BizGrams. I have the privilege of interviewing dynamic entrepreneurs to learn about their entrepreneurial journey. And today we have a very familiar guest with us here today. His name is Ryan Knight, and he is the founder of Detailing Nights, which is an environmentally friendly, eco-friendly car cleaning service. I like to say they go to you wherever you work, live, and play. And he's also the founder of Empowered, the Afro-Caribbean Business Network, and doing amazing things here with our team at EmpowerFX as well. So Ryan, good morning to you, and thank you for being here with us this morning.
Oh, good day, good day. Keep saying nice things. Hold on, let me read that. I'm sending out because, listen, this is a conversation that we as the Black community should not miss. We're talking about expanding our global reach. And a lot of times we think, oh, if we're starting a business, hey, I'm a Jamaican, I'm only gonna sell to Jamaicans because they'll get it. They'll get what I sell. We know that the world loves our stuff, but we have to learn how to sell to the world. A lot of times we keep our pool of opportunities small, but we need to reach out and pull from a bigger pool and then bring that money back. I'll get deeper into that after. But I am so happy to be here as always.
Why is it so important that small businesses, in particular in the Black community and beyond, sometimes keep that small business mindset, whereas thinking on a global landscape and opportunity to grow and expand? Why do you think that is?
Well, and I'll speak from my own experience. You don't really think about bigger than what you believe is possible. So when I started Detailing Nights, and this was like back in 2009, my main objective was to just make enough that day that would keep the family going, because I had been laid off 2 weeks before my wedding. So you realize, okay, how much money do we need to, get to the end of the week and make sure bills are paid? And so the quota is really only about sustaining Ryan and sustaining the family. So when that becomes sustained is when you start realizing, oh, you bring on an employee and now you have to sustain your employee. So it expands your mind just a little bit. But it wasn't until I found my first mentor, and shout out to Howard, he sat me down and he was like, what's the vision for Detailing Nights? I was like, oh, I'm trying to just do a thing, just have some employees. But he's like, okay, that's nice for Brampton, but what about Toronto? What about Ontario? What about the US? What about, and it's like your mind, as you're listening to somebody expand your horizons, your mind begins to stretch, and then everything smaller than global domination looks easy. It's like dominating Brampton looks easy to me because I'm thinking about dominating the world. So that's where it takes somebody to show you, or just to introduce that it's possible for you to now start really stretching what you're capable of. And a lot of times we don't have that person. I mean, usually our mentors that you have and the encouragement that they give you, typically they're just talking about keeping you safe and making sure that you're able to pay your bills, and they're happy with that. They, like, you come home and tell your dad or your mom that you made enough to pay all your bills and your taxes, they're ecstatic. You tell them you took over the world, I'm sure they'll be ecstatic too. So don't let your parents' safety net keep you in that bubble.
So talk to us about some of the conversations you've been having with, the African Council, the China Council, all of these things to bring that information to the community here.
Well, and that's where ACBN positioning ourselves to really open up those bridges, because it's one thing to dream and have a massive vision of global domination, but it's another to actually connect and start making progress in that. So when you're looking at different markets, you need to have a guide. And again, you don't climb Mount Everest without a Sherpa, somebody to guide you up to the peak and guide you back down. It's not just getting there, it's actually getting back safely. So when you're thinking about, let's say, expanding to Africa, Africa is a continent. So now you have to dig deeper into what country are you even going to go to? And then within the country, what province, what city, you have to know how to navigate that expansion. And so we've had sessions with consultants and experts. A shout out to Tapuma and his team from Escalon Solutions that did a presentation for the ACBN network to show what the process is to do business in Africa. And then today we were able to get a presentation. Shout out to Ashley and Jeff Zhang from the China-Canada Business Council, just showing hey, they're doing a virtual trade mission. This trade mission will show you the step-by-step process in doing business in China. So it doesn't just become something that is abstract. It's tangible steps that you can take to really expand your market. And some numbers that will blow your mind. China's growing at around 6%. And remember, China is a 1 billion person population. So that's 6% in comparison to Canada. They're creating a Canadian economy every 3 years. Every 3 years, they're duplicating Canada. And on top of that, they were showing a stat about the next 1 billion persons to enter the middle class. So middle class, you have more disposable income and you're not living paycheck to paycheck, hand to mouth. So in the whole world, China has 350 million people entering the middle class. And so the presentation touched on, okay, now we have more people with more money to spend. The Chinese government is trying to get their people to be more consumers. And so looking at the world, saying, we need you to send things that our people can buy because that's what keeps the economy going. That to me is a complete game changer. Something that I did not wake up knowing, and now I know. My brain is hot. It's if we've forgotten, Canada is only 35-ish million people. China's about to have 350 million people enter the middle class. And if you hear the Justin Trudeau's and the Aaron O'Toole's talking about strengthening the Canadian middle class, I don't even know what percentage of 35 million that is, but China's creating 10 times the population of Canada into this middle class that is so coveted that our politicians will tell us. That to me should scream to anybody that runs a business opportunity. That opportunity is there, and there's an actual path to get guidance to the opportunity. You're getting somebody to hold your hand and walk you to potential customers. What more as a business owner could you ask for?
Yeah, I think that is such a powerful story. We're thinking about that, the magnitude of the impact that we could be having with our business, not just here in Canada, but 10 times, 3 times that, in a foreign land. And one of the things that, really resonated with me from the discussion this morning, as you said, you and your team, ACBN, are creating that path. So you're not just going out and wondering, how do I start business overseas? It's no, we brought in the experts. We've developed the programming to support you on this journey. And, biggest thing, cultural understanding is huge. I've had the privilege of traveling to 14 different countries. People are people, but there's the way that people engage and operate and the thinking, it is important for you, the guest, the visitor, to understand that cultural, way of being. And so it is really great to hear as well that they are also talking and training you about the cultural aspects around business as well. So I think that is huge. Thank you to everyone that has joined us here, sending you out with lots of love and positivity for today and beyond. Stay tuned. We will be back with more empowering stories from entrepreneurs in our community. And if you have not yet been on our show, we definitely want to have you on. So reach out and stay blessed. Take care.